Hey y'all, welcome back. After doing that last reading, which is still uploading, it's gonna be a minute, I know. All right, I felt called to pull my Earth Warrior oracles. Okay, let's see what the ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, what messages do you have for the collective? What do they need to know to help them on their spiritual journey? What healing messages do you have for the collective to help them on their spiritual journey, okay, during this solar eclipse coming up? Okay, what messages do you have for the collective? What do they need to know to help them on their divine path? All right. All right, my ancestors and Archangel Michael is still here, y'all, because I just finished the last reading, so what are y'all doing in there? All right, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, what messages do you have for the collective? What do they need to know? Oh, Steph is being quiet. What healing messages do you have for the collective? Okay, so we have number 12, Amuhata, okay? Sage of higher knowledge. All right, let's see what this is about. I haven't seen this card before, y'all. Well, it hasn't come out before since me using this deck, and I've had this deck almost 2 years. All right, so I'm going to come from the Earth Warriors Oracle by Alana Fairchild, okay? Seek what feels true, even beyond the logical. If something doesn't feel right, challenge it and dig deeper. Educate and inform yourself on matters of importance to you. Trust that your mind is strong and bright enough to do this. Enhance your self-esteem by researching for information and trusting your intuition to help you discern what is useful and true. Have faith in your own mental abilities. If others have criticized you or made you feel inadequate in understanding, cast that off as belonging to the past and not relevant to you now. You will become immune to manipulation by others who may be convincing but not necessarily accurate or helpful. Trust the power of your mind to receive and recognize the answers that you need. You will find your way. Test all opinions, advice, research, and alleged facts according to your own intuition and instinct. Select that which is helpful for you and notice that which is best cast aside, even as just for a time. Seek information and assistance from those that you feel can assist you, and yet place no human advisor above the ultimate divine authority, which will guide you on how to proceed through a deep inner knowing. There is always new knowledge beyond existing boundaries of thought. We simply need to be open and willing to receive it with patience, discernment, and trust in the greater guiding power. The oracle of Amuhata comes to you with guidance that an answer is coming, an important piece of information, and that when you are centered in your heart, you will recognize that for what it is and know how to proceed. Intuition and instinct are two forms of intelligence, one arising from the heart and the other from the wisdom of the body. These special forms of knowing are essential for living a wise and authentic life, one that is tuned into the love and truth that flows through our universe. Intuition can help us know without knowing how we know, showing us an accurate bird's eye view of a situation in a sudden flash of insight. Instinct can give us a stark and honest gut feeling about the intentions of another person or the real value of an opportunity. You do not need to have a logical explanation to justify your intuitive and instinctive recognition or falsehood, deception, or other misleading uses of information. These two forms of intelligence are ways of sacred feminine knowing. Then there are logical and intellect, which also can be gifts for humanity to use for great effect. Provided that logic and intellect are not used to cut off from sacred feminine knowing, they can play a very helpful role in living a happy and fulfilling life. Finding the correct information in this age, when there is an abundance of information with varying degrees of truth and helpfulness, is an important skill to develop. We can do this with a combination of logic and intuition. Sometimes intuition and instinct will tell you that a piece of information accepted by others is not actually true for you. That sacred feminine intelligence recognizes truth and is able to guide you as to how to best use it for your noble goals. The oracle of Amuhata comes to you with guidance suggesting that you take your time to inform yourself. If you have a decision to make, trust your instincts and your intuition above and beyond logic or above people's opinions, but make sure that you obtain the information that you feel is most useful to your decision-making process. Amuata urges you to take care around simple accepting the opinion or point of view of another, even if that person has been a trusted guide for a time or has many credentials. Sometimes your inner knowing shall encourage you to a different course of action, even if you have great respect for the person offering their opinion. The universe may simply have other plans for you. If you have ever been put down or judged as not being clever enough, or if your intellect has been worshipped and encouraged at the expense of the intuitions of your heart, the oracle of Amuhata comes to you now with a message of healing relief. There are many ways of knowing, and we are all unique in our particular combinations of intellect, instinct, intuition, and insight. You have been created exactly as you were meant to be for sacred purpose. The judgment of others, for better or worse, are meaningless. What matters is that you find your own best way of sensing the truth, honoring when something does not feel right, and moving forward when something rings true. The healing process. Find a place to relax and say this prayer aloud. I call upon the grace of unconditional love and the truth of the divine mind to empty and cleanse my mind and emotional body from fixed opinion, half-truths, and deceptions. May I trust and be patient so that I can see and know the highest level of truth available to me. May I give and receive peace, enlightenment, and helpful, accurate communication. May divine light shine bright and helpful all beings find their way. Through my own free will, so be it. Relax now for as long as you need. Perhaps close your eyes and focus on your breathing for several moments as you allow the power of your prayer to work at a spiritual level and beyond. Allow yourself to become empty and still and go into as deep of a relaxation as possible for as long as feels good for you. You have completed your healing process. Okay, so that is the message for yourself. There is a lot of different information out there, and Spirit wants you all to make an informed decision using your own intellect, your own intuition, your own gut instincts, and use this prayer to cleanse any of those misconceptions that you may have picked up in the collective, okay? With that being said, I'm going to end with... No, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'll do a separate video for a DNA activation, okay? Thank y'all for joining me. Peace, love, and light.